Hey Google, restart video.
Hey everyone, Scott Innes, voice actor, Hollywood actor, movie star. Don't believe all that. I'm a legend in my own mind. Hey, you know me better as the voice of some of the most popular cartoon characters in the world. Scooby Dooby Doo, Scrappy Dappy Doo, Puppy Power, Black and Shaggy too. Hey, you've got the Sullivan Project podcast coming at you right now.
Hey Google, stop. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Sullivan Project podcast. I'm your host, Harold Sullivan. Hey Google, turn your volume to 50%. Thanks again to Scott. Scott. Hey Google, stop. Hey Google, stop. Scott Innes. We don't want to get kicked off here for having copyrighted music, that's for sure. The devices still do what they want. But anyway, thanks again to Scott Innes for doing the Scooby-Doo intro for the last season or so, maybe two. If y'all haven't tuned in before, please check out previous episodes of the podcast. Harold Sullivan 78 YouTube, Harold Sullivan 78 TikTok, and on Facebook, Harold Sullivan period 35. And then if you want to call the show, 724-513-1472, and you can email hs19782015 at outlook.com. Comments, rate, share, friend request, whatever you can, leave positive feedback. Love's a choice and so is the hate, we like to say here. And you want to be on the show too, you can, give us a call, audio or video, or if you just want to get something out, there is no tomorrow. We live and die in the blink of an eye, and, in and out in the breath. So you never know what's going to happen. Good or bad, if you need to, get a hold of somebody you haven't talked to in a long time, make things right. If they were positive in your life and you want to still, you want to include them again, try to, you know. Otherwise, make amends and just try to get things settled so that neither of y'all have to carry anything. I'm all about healing here. I lost my sight 3 years ago. I was born with an autoimmune disease, and I wasn't supposed to make it. And I'm 45 now, and so I want to help people, even if it's just one person hears something. You know what I mean? You never know where the message is going to come from, I like to say. So you should always keep open and alert, because the way things work is it's mysterious, and you might hear something one day you never would hear again from someone else. So keep open to it, and most likely it will help you, that message. We're going to do a reading here for my hip is bothering me, so I'm leaning over a little bit, the body pain here. But we're going to do a psychic reading for my niece, Myla. She's just turned 2 years old. So, and I can tell she's already a diva, and because she just she doesn't talk a lot, but she screams and she yells, cries a lot. A lot of kids do, of course. Babies, they can't express, they can't talk. But if you listen, then you just uh, since I've been working on my psychic stuff, it's been kicking in a lot more. And so babies are almost like animals, okay? As far as the mentality, they don't have words, but you can listen and feel what they want, and like when she's crying and screaming, I can tell what she's wanting, if she's upset or not, just by hearing and feeling the emotion. And that's what you have to do with babies until they learn to put it into words. The words are all there in their head; they just can't get them out. But she's got a personality, very fire. Her sign's fire. So I mean, you can tell. I didn't know this till I started going into her chart after I got her birth date. So, but I could tell she's a little, princess diva. You know, gonna get somewhere. She's gonna, she lets you know. She's a little bossy thing, and it's so precious. You know what I mean? My nephew Matt's youngest child. So first, we're going to talk about WCW. There's a show on right now, it's called Who Killed WCW, and it's about the death of WCW. And there's actually a book called The Death of WCW, and I've talked about that in previous episodes. You can get it in audio or print, and it's pretty much some of the same stuff. But it's going to be a 4-part episode I think it's the same creators of Dark Side of the Ring and things like that. Well, actually, no. This is The Rock has to do with this one. It might be some of the same team, but The Rock is producing it. So I've checked out the first couple episodes. It's decent, but again, most of the stuff I knew, being a fan of wrestling my whole life, and the books I listened to, especially Jim Ross's books, and then the WCW books, and then also some visions. Okay, I've talked about this before. Visions since I lost my sight. Uh, when I was in this, I was in a respite place for a few days. We'll just call it that. And if you want to check out previous episodes, it was I've been locked up part 1 and 2, is what I call it. And I was in this respite place with no power chair, no meds, no just none of my equipment, nothing. And I had a lot of time, just quiet in the dark the first few days, and I couldn't. It was just a lot happened to me inside, basically, if you want to say that. And I couldn't sleep, but the only way I could sleep is if I just knocked out from exhaustion and pain, right? And then I started having my psychic kick in, my third eye. So I would be sitting there, and I literally was thinking they were either putting something in my food or in the air, because I started seeing things in my third eye more rapidly than before, not just here and there, but like freaking full things. And the first things I remember literally was hundreds of faces and people just coming right in and like going by, and from different times too. Like there was one with an eye patch on, and I was not thinking about these things or imagining these things. They were just coming in my mind like pictures of people. Maybe they were in the hospital. Maybe there were spirits there. I don't know. Maybe they were died there, or something. But it was weird. And then all my other things I usually have, where I'll start to feel a little weird, okay, and then uh, a cloud will come over my eyes almost inside my mind, a third eye, and then out of it will come. It's like a weird way to, because it's already dark, but it's like another cloud, a different color, like a darker cloud or a lighter cloud, and then out of it will come these images, and a lot of the times they're just one color, and they almost look like blueprints or something drawn on a chalkboard, but they move, and they're actually images and different things. I mean, I've had hundreds of different things come through. It's not always the same thing. And then sometimes I'll have realistic images. Sometimes I'll have even like cartoon with color, and just things going across my mind, like them old lamps I used to have back in the day that had pictures on them, and they'd go around in a circle and project on your wall. It was weird. It's weird, like a viewfinder. And I've even had blueprints too, radar. It's like stuff that's beamed into my mind. I don't know. And then at one point, I think I knocked out and fell asleep. And the dream kept going for, I thought I died, honestly, and I might have it come back. But the dream went on for hours and hours, it seemed like. And then finally, I woke back up and I was sitting in pain in the chair in that respite place again. But it was like I was living, I was aware though, because like, and a couple people were there that I knew that were still alive, but I'm thinking maybe we were in the past lives together, and I was just having a flashback, or I don't know. But it went on for hours and hours. I thought I was living a different life. Like, I didn't even think I was sleeping. Yeah. And then just recently, here a couple of days ago, I had this, what's happening to me now is I think the sleep apnea is either getting worse or just coming in at certain times, and I'm waking up, but I'm still dreaming, and I'm able, and vice versa. I'm dreaming while I'm awake, and that's scary because when I snap out of it, my heart pounds fast. It's like having a panic attack, basically. So the other day, I just remember having this was hellish. I don't usually have these sort of uncomfortable things. One time a few months back, I thought there was hellhounds on my bed. I talked about that in the podcast because it was late morning, early, whatever, 3, 4, or 5 in the morning, and I'm wide awake, is what I think wide awake anyway. And these things landed on my bed or jumped on my bed, 3 or 4, and they were just circling me, dark with glowing eyes. And they could have been spirit animals, I don't know, but it just felt a little uncomfortable. And they were dark, inside the dark. And I could tell they were small, like wolf or dog like creatures. And then recently, yeah, I don't know, I don't really remember the details of this a couple of days ago, but I know it was uncomfortable. There was lots of misery and just something bad going on. And then I heard the word yes really loud. I don't remember what I asked a question to recently, or what yes means, but it almost sounded like in Ghostbusters when they said Zulu. It was like that kind of voice. It was like yes, and then I woke up and I was like, what? I thought I died. What the hell or something? It was just crazy. I can't explain these things, but uh, I'll have images or times where I just something comes over and I can see stuff in my like a TV, like just a whole experience in my third eye, in my blindness. So that's amazing. But when it's scary, like anything, it's not. So let's get on to this from Myla here. If I can remember, April 9th is the birthday, 2022. And then, like I said, fire is her sign. Diamond is, we go with color white for that. So diamonds are gemstone. Could be bloodstone too, which is red and black, but we're going with diamond, I believe. Yeah, diamond. And then the first house, she's Aries, of course. And then the first house uh, is Mars, a planet. And I drew the Wands, Queen of Wands tarot card for her, which is a good card. It all has to do with her reading. So, uh, hey Google, what time is it?
1:25 p.m.
So that's how I've been able to tell time and take messages and write songs. I'm producing songs, poetry. Check it out on the channels. Again, that's Harold Sullivan 78 on YouTube and TikTok. Harold Sullivan period 35 Facebook. Don't be afraid to leave a message. Call. I got voice. I can answer Facebook Messenger with my voice. So I got some kind of technology going on. So let's get to Aries here for Myla, my niece, my great niece. Uh, hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, Aries to be very emotional needs to take a check sometimes.
Hey Google, stop. Yeah, they're very emotional Aries. They can take in energy easy. Sometimes they need to just stop and pull back, all right, and check, make sure they're not carrying extra crap with them because they take it on easy and then they have a heavier load. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, Aries to be very emotional.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's forgotten.
Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, Aries needs to take their time and not rush make their decisions.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done.
They also need to take their time and take in all kinds of input and not just rush to make a decision to get something done or out of the way. And also her numbers are, her life path is 1, and then I believe we're going with, oh boy, 1, 2s, and 4s, I believe, are her numbers. And then life path is a 1, which is, of course, is good. 1s are very good. If you got 11s in there, that's angel numbers for 111 or 1111 anywhere. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, Aries needs to stand up for himself, but I need to take action. They are afraid of rejection.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's forgotten.
Okay, and a lot of times they need to take action. They won't. They just kind of sit back, but they need to. And they also need to stand up for themselves more. And they're afraid of being rejected, so they don't want to say or do things to hurt people or be misunderstood, but they need to speak their truth, Aries. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, Aries likes to throw themselves into things they want to feel safe.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done.
So yeah, they like to throw themselves into everything, and things, project, people, work, whatever, because they give a lot, they give too much, and then they want to feel safe and stable. That's something that they need is very important. It's hard for them to, because they're always going different ways and trying to do so much. It's hard for them to feel grounded and stable, but they need to. They welcome that. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, Aries' passionate, affectionate past lives were building up love.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done.
So they're very passionate, affectionate Aries people. You could say Aries, and then in past lives they had things where they were just building up and saving love and just They did so much, so they're very, they have an overabundance of it now. They have an abundance of joy to offer. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, life path 1, brave, rebellious number of creation.
Hey Google,
Second,
stop. Okay, so life path number 1, brave, rebellious. Like I said, she's a little bit of a diva already. Brave, rebellious, and that's the number of creation. Number 1, unity. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember? Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, life path 1, brave, rebellious number of creation.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's forgotten.
Brave too, like I said. Aries, they'll put themselves out there. You know what I mean? They'll try to get things done. Sometimes when no one else will, or they'll do something someone else might not. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, life path 1, strong force of nature focus.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's forgotten.
So life path 1 are strong, focused, and forces of nature. Like I said, you don't want to get in their way. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, 4 means 4 directions, 4 elements for seasons.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done.
So number 4 in the chart is think of 4 directions, right? North, south, east, west, 4 seasons. Spring, summer, winter, fall, and let's see here for what else did I say? 4 directions and the 4 elements: heart, fire, wind, and water. Very important. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told
And
me.
this is number 4.
First, 4 minutes stable, grounded. Second, number 2 needs intuition.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's forgotten.
And the 4 in the chart is also stability, like the 4 sides of a square. Contained, safe, and stability, grounded, centered. And we're going to number 2 in the chart now. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, number 2 means intuition, emotional, and balance.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's
Okay, so
forgotten.
number 2s can be emotionally imbalanced. Sometimes have too much one way or the other. Oh crap! What did I say with that? That said something else with it. I forgot already. Good Lord. I got so much in the brain. It's hard for me to lower my vibration because I'm going so fast inside and constantly computing that I got to calm down and then be able to talk clearer for people to understand, right? Yeah, I don't know. Emotional imbalance. You get the other one, what it just said. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, number 2 means quiet, power, kindness, duality.
Hey Google,
Second,
stop. So 2 also is quiet power. That means they don't go over the top, but they can have a little power. Calmness. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember? I shouldn't delete it till after. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, number 2 means quiet, power, kindness, duality. Second,
Duality,
number 1, music, unity,
kindness.
completeness.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's forgotten.
Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, number 1, music, unity, completeness.
Hey Google,
Second,
stop. Okay, unity and completeness is just number 1 in the chart, not the life path number, but just number 1. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, number 1, music, unity, completeness.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's forgotten.
Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me.
Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, number 1 means creative, aggressive, independent individual.
Hey Google, stop. Okay, so 1 could be aggression, creative, independent. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, number 1 means creative, aggressive, independent.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's
And
forgotten.
individualistic, like their own ideas, their own thoughts, kind of want their own way sometimes. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, Mars means independence, growth, self-exploration.
Hey Google, stop. And then we got the planet Mars, which is red, so that it has independence also, growth, exploration. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, Mars means independence, growth, self-exploration.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done.
Self-exploration. That means they need to find out who they are and explore. And that's from first house, Mars, Aries. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, Mars means energy and aggression.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's forgotten.
Mars also represents energy and aggression. And you may hear her, Myla, in the background. She's visiting my nephew. See, it's a good thing. You see, a lot of fathers, a lot of couples break up, and then one parent or the other doesn't have, or whatever, with the kids, or doesn't. But he takes her, has her half the time, and his girl has her half the time, and that's what I mean. That's great. That's how you do work together. The kids need both parents. You know what I mean? If they can, they need both, regardless of who they are or what happens. They need both. Uh, you know what I mean? It's tough for one to just take over and be both parents for the kids because they always missed. They always want to know. There's always something in their mind. What happened? Why didn't daddy or mommy leave me or love me? Or why did they leave? Whatever. And then sometimes you have parents talk about the other parent behind the kid's back and they don't have their own opinion. So it's good. Be responsible. Be a dad if you're a dad. Be your father. The kid needs you. You know. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, a fire beats energy, determination.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's
Okay, and the
forgotten.
fire symbol with the Aries, determination and energy. We have energy again in there, and determination. A little tough cookie. She's a little tough girl. And in our family, you got to be tough because it's like dog eat dog. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, fire-based creativity, passionate adventure.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's
And the
forgotten.
fire people are usually passionate, adventurous, and creative as well. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, diamonds crown chakra, abundance, stability, cuddliness.
Hey Google, stop. So diamonds are cleanliness. Uh, they represent the root chakra, which is the toppest, or the top of the head, the highest. And then you think about they reflect all colors, diamonds, because they're clear. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, diamonds crown chakra, abundance, stability, cuddliness.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's
And they
forgotten.
also represent abundance and stability. Somehow they keep you stable. Or I don't know. Well, diamonds are they're rich and hard to get, but they're also crystals are good for a lot of things. Crystals, gems, you know what I mean? Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, diamonds be love, commitment.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done.
And of course, they also represent love and commitment. You know, giving a diamond, and diamonds are a girl's best friend. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, white means peace, wisdom, holiness.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's
So the
forgotten.
color white usually represents peace, wisdom, holiness. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, white means spirituality, the color of light.
Hey
Second,
Google, delete the
white
first one.
Done.
It's also considered the color of light and spirituality. White is, and I picked the color white because the diamond you could do clear, but that's not really color. And then there's also a couple colors on the tarot card that I'll discuss. So the colors I think are all in her chart. She might like the color white. Who knows? And usually people don't have it as a favorite color, but you don't realize the color If people wear shirts like a certain color, like red, it makes you feel more like homey, like homely, and you're more comfortable with them. Colors affect people, especially when you can see. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, white means purity, cleverness, innocence.
Hey Google,
Second,
stop.
gold.
So cleanliness, purity, and innocence also for the color white. Of course, a lot of people know about that. There's all these things about don't wear white into this.
Nothing's playing
I
right
only
now.
wear white on this certain day or when you get married, all these things. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me.
Jeez,
First,
devices.
white means purity, cleverness, innocence.
Hey Google, delete the
Second,
first one.
done.
And it
It's
wasn't
forgotten.
cleverness, it's cleanliness. But these things don't understand right. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, gold meets spiritual wisdom.
Hey
Second,
Google, stop. So gold is spiritual and wisdom. So we have more of that in our chart, wisdom, spiritual. And this is actually a color on the tarot card, Queen of Wands, I believe it was the one I pulled. And I think it's upside. It was upside right. So, hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, gold meets spiritual wisdom.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's forgotten.
Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, gold beats perfection, purity, wealth.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's
So
forgotten.
gold also can represent perfection, purity, and wealth. So again, we have more perfection. It's like it's all diva, and it's just crazy. But it all fits her personality, and she's only two. So imagine when she gets older and be able to grow into and see what this stuff turns out, how it's like. But perfection, wealth, you know, purity, perfection, wealth, the color gold. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, green means harmony, nature, peace.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's
So
forgotten.
green represents harmony, nature, and peace, and that's on the card. Gold and green are on the tarot card. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, green means fertility, health, growth, hard luck.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's forgotten.
Fertility, growth, heart, luck. Might have been another one on there, but green represents all of that. Fertility, growth, heart, maybe even nature. Luck and heart. Green is the color of the heart chakra. You'd think maybe it'd be red or whatever, but no. Chakras are different. Uh, hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, red means passion, attraction.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's
So
forgotten.
red is passion and attraction, the color red. Like I said, people who are wearing red, you're more likely attracted to them if you can see. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First means fire and desire, love. Second, Queen of Wands, upbeat, can get the anything.
Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First means fire and desire, love. Second,
Hey
Queen
Google,
of Wands, up.
what did I want you to remember? Jesus.
Here's what you told me. First means fire and desire, love.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done. It's
Fire,
forgotten.
desire, love. That's red also. Okay, represent, I believe. See there, sun. No, that's it. Fire, desire, love. Okay, that's red. We were in the red. Okay, now we're going to get to the card. The Queen of Wands. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, Queen of Wands, upbeat, can get the anything, courageous.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done.
Okay, so they can be anything. They're courageous. These Queen of Wands. Hey Google, what did I want you to remember? They can get through anything.
I remember you told me.
Hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, Queen of Wands, mature woman holding chalice with colored gems.
Hey Google, delete the first one.
Done.
Yeah, so she's holding a chalice, mature woman. There's colored gems, and like I said, there's gold, green, and red in the card. Uh, hey Google, what did I want you to remember?
Here's what you told me. First, car colors green, gold, red, diamond, white. Second, Aries, first house, Mars, Queen of Wands. Third, Aries color white fire gemstone, numbers 1, numbers 2, and numbers 4 inches.
Okay. All right. So there we go. Yeah. So that's a good card. It's a mature woman. She can take on anything, and there you go. Also, I've been listening to. I got Supernatural season 1 on Google Play, the DVDs or whatever, and you got to turn up the volume because that was before they did HD, I think. But anyway, I checked out 2 or 3 of the first episodes. Just going back and listening to them because I'm blind now. Pretty good still though. I mean, go check out Supernatural. 15 episodes there, or 15 seasons there is. 20 something episodes each season. They don't do that anymore. So if you want a show to get into and it has a good ending, it's good all the way through, check out Supernatural. But even let me describe basically it's X Files meets Buffy the Vampire Slayer is the best way to put it. With a cool car and a bunch of other cool things, cool soundtrack. But the first episode, they used Mulder and Scully as fake names. Of course, they always have fake names, and you'll recognize the names they use usually. And then they referenced Gold Wave as for picking apart EVPs. And that's probably where I started using Gold Wave 20, 30 years ago. It was a free software where you could edit audio, and there's a paid version as well. But I started off with the free version, and it was probably right when it came out, and they mentioned Gold Wave in the episode, which I don't remember back then, but probably that's why I started using it, and it's been so long. And plus, I can pick apart and hear audio more now since my ears and everything have tuned in more. It's like I can turn on and hear everything like Superman, and I can pick out individual conversations. So if I'm in a place where there's like hundreds of, like a ton of people or 100 people, I can actually zoom in and hear, and it's weird and scary. My body was doing it on its own, and now I'm able to do it. So I can feel, hear everything, sense everything. It's crazy all at once, or I can pick it apart. And you know what I mean? God got me here. We're all here for something. You can't. Everyone has a story, and you can't judge a book by its cover. And so, until the light goes out, and I'm not the one that controls it, I'm going to do the Lord's work, Spirit, or whoever you believe in. If anything, believe in you. And we'll be back soon. And like I said, love is a choice. So is the hate.